He could go all the way. 95 yards, 38-7 Panthers.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Run, Pass, and Pint. Of course, I'm your host, Carmine Bianco, wagertalk.com. We're going to cover last weekend, we're going to cover this weekend, some NFL news. We're going to have a tweet of the week that I pick up off the internet, anything that was tweeted to me, anything that was tweeted to someone at Wager Talk, or just a tweet in general, which I'll usually pick one tweet and that person will get a all-access weekend package from me. I'll also give out some info on a promo in the second half of the video. So watch it till the end if you don't mind. All right. This past weekend with domestic leagues on an international break, NFL and college football pretty much took focus this past weekend. We had a 2-0 Saturday in college football. We had a 2-0 Sunday in NFL, which brought us to 7-2 with football releases. We have a big weekend card coming up. Both in NFL and in college. We'll have an NFL 5% play. And next week we finally head into match day 1 of the Champions League and Europa League competitions. If you know, or if you followed last season, it was very profitable for clients. We finished off with a win in the Champions League final. We had a big promo on that weekend. We had Real Madrid plus 125 to win the Champions League. They did. We had some props that we made money off of. And we literally lit it up in the Europa League knockout stages. We went 17-2 in the knockout stages, along with 4 or 5% winners. Again, towards the end of the video, I'll have a deal that is up. It'll only be up for a week before we head into that. So check in on that and take advantage of the deal. All right, guys, NFL news. All I can say is the death toll and survivor pools continue to rise, right from the 1 p.m. games right to Monday Night Football. Tampa upset New Orleans. I don't even know how they did it, but listen, man, I was a Fitzpatrick fan before it was even cool to be a Fitzpatrick fan. Actually, it's still not cool to be a Fitzpatrick fan, so I'm just going to wipe my beer off with this jersey. But they'll likely come down to earth this coming weekend. They play the Eagles, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to probably bounce off that win. The Steelers, oh my God, LOL, the Steelers. Marco, if he has any hair left, probably pulled it out. The only thing that stopped the Steelers from going 0-1 is that they played the Cleveland Browns, and Cleveland did what Cleveland does in overtime. So they kind of got off there, but Steelers have a big one at home this weekend. They play Kansas City. As long as there's no weather impact, which I doubt there will be, these two teams are probably going to light it up, and this should go over the total. The total moved slightly, but it's at 52. The final survivor pool killer was Monday night with the Lions. It wasn't the start that Patricia really wanted from his team. Virtually everything they did backfired. Listen, the Jets aren't as good as they looked on Monday night, and the Lions aren't as bad as they looked. But, they have a West Coast trip coming up against San Fran, and they could very well be 0-2 before they head home to play the Patriots in Week 3. We'll take you now to the tweet of the week, and then I have a couple of free plays for you guys. But here's the tweet of the week. All right, so that tweet of the week obviously talks about the hurricane we got coming. Obviously, it's usually never something you want to joke around about, but it's obviously affected a lot of college games this weekend. NC, North Carolina, and North Carolina State, both their games have been postponed. Virginia Tech postponed today. South Carolina game was postponed. The Boston College game on Thursday, depending on when you're watching this video, has been moved up a few hours. Try and beat that weather. I had a game that I loaded up for my All Access clients, Ohio. They were getting 6. That game has now been moved against Virginia to Nashville, and the line has now dropped to plus 3.5. I've taken it off my schedule, so it's no longer part of the package. Obviously, at plus 3, there isn't the same value as there is at plus 6. You guys are smart enough to know that. All right, guys, a couple of free plays on this video. We're going to do a Saturday afternoon game in soccer. We're going to do a Sunday NFL game. We'll start with the soccer game. This is going to be a total. This is a total that's generated off not only my own stats, but off the stats. I have an account with Opta, and they're one of the best analytical companies for soccer. So this total is the Real Madrid Atletico Bilbao game. It's been played in Bilbao's home stadium. The total at books is 3 right now. Some books have started to move it to 3, 3.5. This came back with one of my biggest numbers as far as the total goes. Now, if the total was at 3 across the board at sports books, I probably would have put this up as a 5% play. But now, as it moves off of the number 3, which I think is always a key number for me, it'll go as a free play for you guys. This number came back, like I said, with a very high goal expectancy number. Last time I had a number this high was last season, Toronto FC and Montreal MLS action, and that game finished 5-3. It's a team generated number, not a player generated number. So let's forget about the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo is no longer with Real Madrid. Does not factor into this total. So that is your play over in that game. NFL. The Jaguars getting 2 points. This will likely drop down to 1, but I like them to win outright. It's a revenge game. It's a rematch game from last season. Jags defense looked good last week against the Giants. I know the Giants are not an offensive juggernaut, but they'll get better offensively as well. I don't think the Patriots were as good as they may have looked last week. I think offensively the Texans were horrible. From Hopkins to Watson, they just couldn't connect, just couldn't get anything going, and they still only lost by 7. So I will take the Jaguars here to win this game outright and exact a little bit of revenge on them and go to 2-0. Now, instead of giving you guys a promo code, what I've done is I've had prices slashed on 2 things. The 3-day all access for this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously, there's a big card all 3 days, including a 5% play on Sunday. You can get it for $39 instead of $59. So obviously, do the math. It actually works out for you. Next week, Champions League, Europa League kicks off. Usually the 30-day soccer package is $179 up until Thursday of next week. Once the Europa League games kick off, I'm going to get that price back to its normal price of $179, but you can get 30 days for $139. If you work it out, that literally works out to about $4, $4.50 a day. Obviously a great deal. And we'll have next week right out of the gate on match day 1s, I've got a 5% play that will be loaded up on the weekend. So anyways, guys, follow me on Twitter, Carmine Bianco WT. Check back for some free plays on Twitter. We have a Facebook group, the Bianco Sports Betting Facebook group, where I share a lot of sports books that feed me their sharp plays. You can find them there. Again, tweet of the week. Tweet something out. If whether it's me or any of the other guys at Wager Talk, if I take your tweet of the week and I use it, you get a 3-day all access package. Other than that, guys, big NFL weekend, big college weekend. Let's get some winners, and as always, good luck with your races, guys.
Messi. Oh. Messi. No kidding there! This man is absolutely mainline to pure footballing magic that belongs